Hello everybody, welcome to Brain Talk Tuesday. This is Danielle. Great to be back with you guys. For those of you who don't know, I am a licensed clinical social worker and doctor of clinical psychology student, and I do Brain Talk Tuesdays every single Tuesday, different subjects and how we can holistically support the brain, help the brain, everything to do with the brain, which really has to do everything with the body. So we love that. For those of you who are now joining me, please say hello if you're joining live or recorded and tell me where you're joining from. I've actually been traveling for a while, so it's kind of good to be back. Today's one of my first days back on Brain Talk Tuesday. I was traveling for a month in my new camper van, and it was really fun, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll do some more Brain Talks. It'll be easy. It wasn't easy. I had a great time though. I had my two kittens in the RV with me, and they did actually really well. In the beginning, they did not. They kind of struggled a little bit, but after getting used to it, I'd start the camper van and they were like, okay, just go hunker down. And then we would get on the road. And then as soon as we stopped, they loved that I let them out to explore and just see new areas rather than just the same old house. So that was really fun. So great to, hey Colleen, great to see you guys joining. Hello, Shana from Israel. That's awesome. So glad you could join. Well, I'm excited about turmeric, and I will tell you, I have heard for many, many years about the spice, the herb turmeric and what it does. And when we just got released a new essential oil from doTERRA, which for those of you who don't know, I use doTERRA essential oils because they are definitely the most viable option if you want great changes in the brain. There is a difference in essential oils, and I have used oils over 20 years and doTERRA for about 6 now, and have noticed a massive difference in my essential oil and my body and everything. I've gotten so many amazing changes. So doTERRA released, and when they release an essential oil, it's a big deal because you know that they have gone through everything to make a sustainable source, to make sure that the farming and everything's okay, making sure it's also a very beneficial source, that it's not just to whatever turmeric plant, that it's going to have benefits for the body, of course, for the brain, which is what I really bring you here, is more focused on the brain. So they really look at the chemical composition and that it has what it needs to, what research is showing is good for our bodies. So that's why I love what doTERRA is doing. So just FYI, for those of you who are maybe new to essential oils, feel free to reach out to the person who shared this video with you or message me, and we can help you understand a little bit more about the difference, because for me, it made a huge difference, and I was pretty closed to switching brands, I will say. I was pretty closed. But once I started and tried it, I was blown away at the difference. So it's always good to break down your pride and just do it, right? So for those of you joining, go ahead and tag some people and share this video, because I'm going to dive right in. So I had to do some research, definitely on the brain side of it, but also the spice versus the essential oil, and there are some differences. So I'm going to give you some information here I've got. So how many of you guys have taken turmeric for years? Yeah. I definitely have, and in fact, doTERRA has turmeric inside of a few of their supplements, so you've been taking turmeric for a long time. Now, when you look at the spice, okay, it has actually less absorption. It comes from curcuminoids, and it has less absorption, which is why science has always said you need to take it with a fat or with black pepper, because it increases the absorption. So with the essential oil, it's a little different, because we talk about aromatic turmerones, which absorb way easier and quicker in the body. In fact, our cells have this bilipid, which means it's a double fat layer protecting them from harmful sources. But essential oils, because they are oily as well, they are able to penetrate that bilipid layer of your cell membrane, including brain cells, and influence cellular health. So that's one of the things that you find with turmeric essential oil, so turmerones, that they're able to bypass that bilipid layer, which is really great, and they're easily absorbed and promote major cellular health. So I've talked about cellular health before, and when I say cellular health, you're just like, oh, cool, yeah, it helps my cells, but it's everything. If you want to stay alive, your cellular health is everything. So when we talk about it helping cellular health, brain cell health, body cell health, what that means is our cells have functions. And when some of their functions, like we know when we eat, right? We have variety of nutrients and all the vitamins and minerals, right, that go into the gut. Our cells, right, our healthy cells will take those vitamins and minerals and they carry them throughout the body. Like, oh, hey, the liver needs a little bit of love and attention. The heart needs a little bit of love and attention. The brain needs a whole bunch of love and attention. About 40% of the nutrients we eat go to the brain. So as you can see, your cellular health is what carries those. So what happens if your cells are not healthy? Oh, sorry, got a cat. Hey, look at her. She's like biting this thing. Hey, stop attacking. All right. So let me get that turned on. All right. So if your cells are not healthy, let me refix myself here after getting this attacking cat out of the way. She's a cutie though. If they're not healthy, then what happens? They're not able to really grab and take those nutrients to where they need to go, to where they need to penetrate and heal your body, right? Well, the food we eat heals your body or damages your body. Either way, depends on what you eat. So cellular health is crucial. If your cells are unhealthy and they're just not taking that, or they're starting to kind of mutate and just create other problems or lumps and bumps in the body. So that's why turmeric is another good option for helping promote the cells to do what they need to do. So that's one of the benefits. Let's go into some other benefits of it, and I'll just do some general, and then we'll of course go into the brain. So benefits turmeric helps increase antioxidant activity, and it helps the capacity for your brain to use the antioxidant activity to protect itself from harmful pathogens. It support healthy tissue regeneration. Thanks. Here, she's right here. Why don't we, I saw the comment, why don't we say hello instead of attack things? Want to say hi? Look at her. She's being a spunky girl right now. It's her spunky time. Say hi. She's being feisty. She's so funny. Okay. So supports healthy tissue regeneration. Cardiovascular health is another one. So that's, again, of course, your heart, promoting good flow with, blood, and obviously, everything with heart regeneration, heart tissue regeneration. I just read that. Thank you, Angelique, for typing stuff in. I appreciate that. So overall cardiovascular health, we'll just leave it at that. I'm going to go into the neuro effects in a second. I thought this was great. Tick repellent, mosquito, and housefly repellent. So that's always nice to know, especially for ticks. Those things can be nasty. So I don't think we really have ticks out here in San Diego, but I know the East Coast does, and we get some mosquitoes. But that's a good one. I would definitely use it for that. Gastrointestinal support. And as I'm saying these things, and I know for those of you who have used turmeric maybe for years, or maybe you've just started using the essential oil, please type in how you've used it and what it's done for you. Would love to see that at the end of this video. Let's see, this was another one. So metabolism support via different enzymes that help with blood sugar. So that's a huge thing. So really improving metabolism for your body, and as well in the brain is where they found that it helped modulate metabolism. Liver support, liver health. And then this was an interesting study. It talked about it having prebiotic potential. So supporting an environment for healthy gut flora so it helps with gut digestive support, right? So another thing that it does is it helps to support an environment that keeps the probiotics flourishing in your body. So that's really cool. Prebiotic potential. Protects... Okay, so I want to go into the study. That's why I was like, I wrote some stuff down then. Okay, so here's what we found. This says normalize glucose intake and metabolism in the brain. I thought that was really cool, just helping to normalize our glucose intake. So one of the research studies that I loved that talked about aromatic turmerones talked about it helping. They did a study on mice, and they were noticing what happened with the inflammatory levels. And with aromatic turmerone, I'm just going to repeat this pretty compliantly for you guys because this is not considered a drug. Turmeric is not. It's considered a plant. So what it showed that it had a reversive effect when they tried to induce a really harsh level of inflammation. So it helped the body just modulate to keep it at a normal levels of inflammation. So healthy levels of inflammation rather than just going haywire in the brain. And that's what it also said. It protected, because of that, it protected memory disturbance that would have happened from the induced levels of inflammation on the brain. Okay, another thing it said was they did it orally administered. So I thought that was really cool. It's really important to understand how to take it. And it significantly limited the potential damage that may have happened if they hadn't used the turmeric. So that was one of the major effects that happened. So basically neuroprotective against, to keep the body at healthy levels of inflammation. So anyway, translating that, let's look at how would you use it then, okay? So one of the best ways that I use it right now is I use the veggie capsules. And I do, where's my turmeric? Got a couple oils here. I do 2 drops of the turmeric about 2 to 3 times a day in the veggie capsule. But I'm also adding in it lemon essential oil and frankincense. Okay, so I do 2 drops of turmeric, 2 drops of frankincense, and about 5 drops of lemon. And that way you're getting it again in for the digestive support. It's going to be helping at the cellular level, which everything starts in the gut anyway. And that's what they showed in this research study on neuro protective effects, was all from oral administration, that it helped with, again, memory, protecting memory from harmful inflammation, and helping the body maintain healthy levels of inflammation in the brain rather than going haywire. Okay, and some other uses that even taking it internally is going to be good for. I think internal is probably the best use, which is why I love doTERRA, is that you can actually do it internally because it doesn't smell the greatest. I'm not going to lie. So just going to say I wouldn't want it on my body. So I would definitely do it in a capsule, and you could even, cook with it if you wanted. But it's good for aches and discomfort, for mood. So it's going to help with mood and memory, obviously, metabolism, cellular health, and discomfort, and then promote healthy cellular activity, as well as healthy levels of inflammation in the body and the brain. So that's really good. Now these cats are on one today. Now they're starting to wrestle below me and knock stuff over. So those are some of the amazing ways you can start using turmeric. I started just using it, honestly, yesterday. When I started researching it, I was like, oh my gosh, I went and grabbed it right away. I was like, I need this turmeric in my body every minute. So now I've been using it for 2 days straight. I've taken about 4 capsules and I've loved taking it. I'm going to notice the difference, especially because I've had some pain in my wrists off and on for a long time, and my shoulders. So I'm excited to see what it can do for the unhealthy levels of inflammation that I have going on in that wrist. All right, everybody. Well, we'd love to see and hear some of the ways you've been using turmeric to help your body. And honestly, I would do every single day 2 to 3 capsules a day of the turmeric, and it's going to be helpful for your brain, for memory protection, which is just huge. We love to be able to save and help our memory. So good to see everybody. Good to be on with you again. It smells earthy, Frank says. Yes, it does. That's a good way to put it. Very earthy, very dirt-like. And feel free to reach out, ask any questions on here. Just type them into the chat box, and we will see you guys next week. So great to be on with you again, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.